Did you know Percy Pigs? Right, I like a bag of Percy Pigs. They're nothing to do with Peppa Pig.
No.
No, you didn't know that.
No, they're just a pig. It's not Peppa Pig.
How dare you? So who's Percy?
Percy is M&S's pig. Percy Pig.
I thought I was eating mini Peppa Pigs.
No.
Well, I hope the mum has a lovely birth.
Now you tell... I can't
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Now You Tell Me podcast, episode 3.
This is a place where we discover things you should have known earlier. The unwritten rules of life. Like, how many cookies is too many cookies? You've been baking a lot, boy.
I have. I've been working on a lot of cookie flavours.
Okay, back to the intro.
Okay.
I'm Joe Tasker.
And I'm Jack Stanley Biggs.
And each week we'll be answering your life's queries and qualms.
So if you want to share yours, then send us...
This is episode 3.
I am so bad with getting my words right, and you know I am, but I'll get there.
Oh, I hope you can feel the banter through your ears.
So if you want to share yours, then send us a DM, direct message, Mum. Now You Tell Me pod.
No, don't. Oh, sorry, I left that bit in from last time. That was my ad lib. I've written my ad lib. You can DM us at Now You Tell Me pod on Instagram. Yes. Where else can they find us?
TikTok and YouTube.
Look at that. If we've been on it.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
We've been pre-recorded for about 2 months.
We've been doing this podcast for quite a while. I think we've already said that again, so we're not going to say it again.
Well, we're not going to put that in then.
Oh.
We don't want this to be a bit cringy, do we?
No.
Like us going, oh, that's what he said.
That's what you're doing right now.
Oh. Watch us on YouTube. Right. I'll just summarise that.
Do you just want to get in with what we've been up to this week? We've had a busy week.
We have been, well, it's been a busy few weeks because the last time you heard us was episode 2, and that was in our life recorded a few weeks back because we said let's pre-record 3 or 4 before we launch it,
Yeah.
and then we can do them weekly so it's realistic of what's happening in the world and in our life. So far, it's been a month or so, and we're on episode 3.
But no one knows this when they're listening.
Well, now you do.
Oh, yeah.
We should be launching it before your birthday.
I want to be 28 when I launch a podcast.
That's like when I said I want to come out before I'm 30.
You did it, though.
Well, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
We have been to the Radio 1 Big Weekend launch party. We have been to the Fort Park preview opening.
That was good.
Day. We've been to the Sidemen premiere of Inside 2, available on Netflix. That's exciting.
And we've met some new friends.
And we've had some new friends round.
And they've come to our house before we met them.
We have. So, first of all, let's go into... I mean, there's not much to say about either, really. Something hilarious probably happened at each one. Radio 1 Big Weekend, my highlight was when you went to the toilet, you had a wee with a view.
Oh, yes. Where was that again? That was a really cool
on
venue.
the top of a hotel opposite King's Cross, which is very convenient. What was the hotel called?
It was next to the graffiti one.
It was...
That's what I remember.
The amount of times we've been in London, we still don't know. Next to the graffiti one, it's the one with the big red lift on the outside.
Yes, that weren't working.
But the lift doesn't move.
I thought it did.
Maybe it used to.
I think it does. I think it was out of order because when we went in...
Out of order!
They had...
Order! Sorry,
They had, not a caution sign, but you know those the little belt
Don't stand in
things?
this lift, you will die.
Do not go into it, basically.
Oh.
You know when they like corner things off with things, so you can't use the lift?
Like a crime scene. Only murders in the building. Maybe there was one in that lift.
You never know.
Let's not joke about this, because if this comes out in 2 months and we've forgotten we've said that and there's a murder in that lift, then we will be suspects.
Yeah.
They're coming for us first. Get the gaze.
Is that a story?
This shoe, man, been there in a while.
Why are you putting that up?
I'm zooming in to King's Cross to find out what the hotel was called. Platform 9 3/4 is on Google Maps. That is iconic.
It is an iconic.
Platform. Do you know why?
Harry Potter.
He's learning.
I'm not silly. I
Here
have
we go.
seen them. I did fall asleep a few times, but we got there in the end.
The Megaro.
The Megaro.
Megaro is where we stayed, and next door is the Stand. It's called the Standard.
Oh.
Doesn't sound very
It
great.
sounds like a newspaper.
Pretty standard. Top floor. That's where we were for the... Oh, it sounds very bougie, doesn't it?
It was a very nice event. I actually enjoyed it. And we got to see Tom Grennan.
Tom Grennan came on, 2-song booking, off he goes.
He did have a broken leg.
You got a broken leg, don't mean you can't sing 3 songs.
I'm not going to lie, he was very good live.
He was good. I mean, that's weird. That's the second time I've been in an intimate situation with him. That sounds weird.
What have you been up to at Tom Grennan?
when there's an intimate... it's called intimate.
I don't... getting intimate with someone is something different in my head.
Intimate.
Like, you should
An
leave-
intimate performance where you're in a room with him.
You're not describing this very well.
Gillette! The best!
You're so annoyed because you didn't sing that song.
I thought sing Gillette, but there must be some legal implications to singing that ad. An intimate performance, yeah, where you're in a room with him. It sounds weird. It's when Paddy McGuinness was doing his cycle all the way up to Glasgow, and I just rocked up to do my silly Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Tom Grennan was there singing next to Zoe Ball. Love Zoe Ball. Radio 2 ex-breakfast host now.
Is she not doing it anymore?
No.
Oh.
Scott Mills, I think.
And then we went to Fort Park.
Fort Park was sick because...
We went to see the new Hyperia. Is it Hyperia?
Hyperia. And what happened when we got there?
It broke down.
It broke with our other friends, Max and Harvey, were stuck on it for an hour. I've never been stuck on a roller coaster before.
And normally that would send me to like, no, I'm not going on that anymore.
Send me to Narnia.
And then we got in the queue and did it. And do you know what? We're going up.
It
weren't
was
we?
sick. It is. I used to not like roller coasters. I used to be that kid that would wait and watch and go, oh no, I'll see you after. I didn't, and then something happened 5 years ago where I was like, I love them.
No, I look at the thrill. Like
I love the thrill.
When I'm like waiting and queuing up, hate it, don't want to do it. Like I absolutely poop my pants. And then I sit down on the ride, start panicking, have a bit of a panic attack. And then once we're up, we're fine. I don't know what it is. I go for this crazy whirl of adrenaline of what I like and what I don't like. But this ride wasn't strapped in correctly, in my opinion. Normally you have it go over your shoulders. You say this
on that's what they're designed to do, to make you feel like you're not safe.
I know.
I swear.
And then it just around your waist. And I was like, we go upside down many of times on this ride. And I was panicking
We
the
should
whole
do a
way
roller
up.
coaster podcast on the side.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
This roller coaster goes upside many of times. When you say you had a panic attack on the way up, I cannot express how much I thought you were going to get off. During the incline, I thought you were going to step off.
Yeah, I was not
Step
having
off.
it. I was actually shaking.
Like, Jojo, no, it's not. I'm not in. I'm not safe. I'm not. You are. And then as soon as we set off, you were absolutely fine.
I did feel like I want to throw up when I got off of it, though.
Well,
I
it's
did just eat a massive gyro.
Gyros. Yeah, we did eat lots of food and then we get straight on it. But do you know what about the UK is? Every theme park's sick. It's got like maybe one, maybe two biggies. You go to like Disney World, which is why we need to go. Every like Incredible Hulk, massive, another one, and they're all big, scary, high loops. And that's what this one was.
I know.
It was sick.
It was really good. And do you know what? I didn't go back on it again, but it was good.
Well, we couldn't because it was broke again.
It broke down so many times that day.
We kept getting on the rides, which kept closing due to high winds. Swarm was one of my favourites, and that one kept shutting. I was like, it's open, let's go. We went to it right at the front of the queue, got on it. As soon as we pulled down the... What are they called?
Your straps.
As soon as we pulled down the straps, clicked it in. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please get off the ride? I was like, there's high winds, isn't there?
Yeah.
Soon as we plugged that seatbelt in, that's just our chances.
But we did go on many rides. Nemesis is my favourite, I think.
And then lots of other things happened in the week. I'm surprised we can even get this podcast running at this rate. But we went to a classic Sidemen Sunday. It was on a Sunday.
That I get it now, why they did it on Sunday. Sidemen Sunday.
No, that's when they upload a video. I think most people are free.
Okay.
Which is why most people could show up. And boy, did they show up. Everyone that was anyone was there. And I don't think there's a big enough venue for that. If you want to, it's one of those places where if you want to go to the toilet, you've got a plan. Oh, I better start moving soon because I have to wiggle through every single massive YouTuber and streamer to get there, which is quite fun.
I found it very overwhelming. I loved it, but I felt very overwhelmed. And we got to see some friends, catch up with a few people.
It's nice. It's like a big reunion, but at the same time when you leave, we were very overwhelmed because by the time we left, we were like, every single person we watch. And they watched us. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
It really freaks me out.
You never know who's watching.
No. But we had to catch up with some people, including... We're going to speak about another podcast, which is funny because we're on no level at the moment.
No, we're definitely not.
Batch and Arthur, they're brill, and he was asking about this pod. Well, I told him, oh yeah, we're doing a podcast. And I said, your new set's brilliant with the fellas.
Their set is incredible.
It's sick. They've got like the spaceship set going on. Arthur said a line that I said, you've probably said that to every person that's asked about it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's out of this world.
Yeah, because it's in space.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm like, all right, nice one. And then he said, oh, what's yours like? I said, it's in a room in our house.
It is nothing compared to their sets.
Well, I don't know. You panelled this wall. Thank goodness
I
you did that. There was a reason
But
behind
you can't really see it on my camera.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with 2 coloured lights, and some plants from IKEA. It's a classic startup kit.
You know what? I think we're doing pretty well.
We are. Come back next year. We will be...
Hopefully in a basement.
I beg your...
Like, have a cool set. Like the Fellas podcast. I love their sets. Incredible.
You never know.
Well, yeah.
I also like Max and George's because there's like a little office thing and it's nice to feel like you're in an office.
Cool.
That's cool. Anyway, that was fun. Nice big reunion. What's weird about that is I've never been in a situation meeting the cast of a show where they are the only people that know the outcome of the show. Who's won if the split
But they
or
might
stole
not have, though. If they, like, Dylan left at the beginning, he might not know who won. They might not have told him.
I love Dylan and I can't believe he went.
I was really good.
I just don't think it wasn't happening for him with everyone else.
It wouldn't happen for me either, I don't think.
I don't think it'd happen for even if I was in that house. I say a house, it's a warehouse room with slats going up and you can see that it's like a set.
A bit like Big Brother.
No, that's built as a house.
Okay.
It's a kitchen and a roof.
Yeah.
This has got slats which stop. And then it's just the warehouse, I think. Yeah, I said to Dylan at the thing, I was like, but bear in mind, we just watched the first episode.
Yeah, true.
And I went, oh, do you know, if I went in or something like that, I think I'd be glad you're in or something. I can get on with someone. And then we watched it. And then he got eliminated.
He got eliminated in like, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Oh, it's been out.
Okay, no, yeah. Episode 2, gone.
It's been, that
Goodbye.
Which was tragic. We were screaming. I was like, that is mad. That is not the one. Anyway.
I feel like I've just let you spoke about that. I feel like that was more up Joe's street.
I love it.
Sidemen thing.
I'm just a YouTube geek.
Yeah. He did get a little bit emotional when we left. I had to really calm him down.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yes, we can. This is.
I uploaded a video which was probably, in my mind, the worst video I've ever uploaded because it was. I can't explain how loud it was in there.
It wasn't easy.
I could not interview anyone.
The music was crazy, but it probably wasn't the atmosphere or the event for that. But it's fine. You tried it.
I don't have any regrets in life.
Good.
But
but this one video.
If only we recorded every time I don't want to record every time I speak to someone, though, I guess. No one else really was, but it was fun. We'll see him again.
Yes, I'm sure we will. But yeah, I had to calm him down afterwards because normally he's calming me down because I get really like overwhelmed and get really like brain crazy. Is it brain fog or brain crazy?
Brain fog sounds better. I mean, we can get deep in the podcast already, episode 3. But YouTube's the one thing that I absolutely love, but it's the one thing that's never quite gotten there as my other platforms. It did at one point.
Yeah.
That was like the thing.
Before you met me.
Before I met you.
It's all my fault why Joe doesn't really do YouTube.
The views were there, it was all happening, it was fun. And I still think it's fun now. It's just times have changed. And I think when I started doing TV and I met you, no, I'm not saying that. It all it just shifted a bit, which is fine.
Yeah, it is fine. And you got to remember, TikTok wasn't a thing when you were doing those YouTube videos.
It was miming Musical.ly. I never did that.
And now TikTok is this massive thing where you can get videos done a lot quicker than one YouTube video.
It's just that. I think the problem, I just want to do everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this me, but I just want to do everything.
But you can't.
And it's impossible.
At the end of the day, you can't.
That's why I like doing things with you, like your cookies.
Yes. Very exciting stuff coming with those.
That's another thing that's been happening. Your flavours for your cookies.
My cookies. I think I spoke about it briefly. I developed a new flavour since the last episode.
Hit him with a flavour, Biggs.
White chocolate.
Oh.
And red velvet.
Come on, then.
With a stuffed cream cheese filling.
In and around my mouth, please.
Oh. Do you know what? It was my favourite ever flavour I've created.
It is. And by the time this comes out, you've probably created 10 more.
Yeah. I can't say I created it because I feel like red velvet, everyone does.
Well, but you formed it into a cookie.
I would like to maybe change it slightly and turn it into like a cheesecake and put like a strawberry cream cheese filling or something like that in.
Cheesecake.
Make it look a bit different.
Cheesecake cookie pie.
Yeah.
Delicious. Give me 12 of them right now.
I'm thinking of doing like a little baking page where you guys can see a few more little bits that I can do that's not on my personal TikTok.
Yummy, yummy.
Before we get into your queries and qualms, I've got one for you.
Okay.
I'm not sure if anyone else does this, but I walked into the bathroom the other day.
I think people do that. I think it's underrated walking into bathrooms. Now you tell me.
Well, I walked into the bathroom when you were having a shower, and I saw you purchased something, haven't you?
Have I?
Yes, for the shower.
Then squidgy. This is very riveting stuff.
No.
A metal squidgy, guys.
I think it's a little bit weirder than that.
Something weird.
You have a shower glove. That is not normal. Unless anyone else does that, I don't know. But I've never seen someone use a shower glove to wash their bodies. It is just weird.
Let me just explain what a shower glove is.
Yes, and I'll tell you what my reaction was like.
It's not like an oven glove. Yeah,
It's more.
I have a glove for the shower. I use the glove for the shower.
Yes, you do.
Instead of, I can't use scrubs and sponges.
No, this is a scrub. This itches your skin.
It's a scrubber that is on your hand. You don't have to hold anything. Soap, soap, soap. Oh, look at that. I am not holding anything. My hand is the scrubber. I'm washing myself with my hand. That is the scrubber.
No, it's just...
I've got different colours. I change them round once they've been used enough. And I swap hands. Whoop. And I reach my back.
That just gives me the ick. That's awful. I walked into the bathroom, and when I saw this on your hand, I was so...
Thank goodness you saw it when it was on my hand.
You didn't tell me you brought this.
It looks like that thing off Wallace and Gromit on the little penguin's head.
No, it's a chicken.
Is it?
Not a penguin. Wallace and Gromit. It's chickens. You love that film. It's a chicken.
You're telling me that the villain out of Wallace and Gromit...
They're all chickens.
Can this count as Big's word of the week?
If you really want to class it as that.
I have to wait for my phone to stop ringing.
Why was ringing? Oh.
I don't know. I just have to wait.
Enter.
I can't. I never end them. I let it ring out.
Oh, God, we'll be here for ages.
I know exactly what's just happened in your brain. A cog slipped then, and your cog has gone into, Chicken Run. That's what's happened.
Chicken Run is Wallace and Gromit, isn't it?
The
Chickens.
makers of it, yes, Aardman make Chicken Run. However, let me just type it. I don't know what the villain...
Hang on, so Wallace and Gromit is not in Chicken Run?
What?
I'm really confused.
Aardman make Wallace and Gromit. They make Chicken Run. They make other things.
Oh, so the same company, okay.
But you're telling me that the villain out of Wallace and Gromit, whose name is Feathers McGraw...
Penguins don't have feathers.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
that's
a
why
chicken.
it's funny. You think this is a chicken. That black and white chicken. It's a penguin.
Okay, it's a penguin. I think what's mistaking me there is the hat he's got on. It looks like a chicken.
You're telling me his disguise is what's making him like a chicken? The red rubber glove is confusing you.
That's why.
I mean, that scene where he takes off and goes, and Wallace goes, "It's you!"
Yeah.
Good grief, it's you.
Fictional character, 1993, the wrong trousers when he steals the jewel. Oh, hang on a minute. People ask, is he a chicken or a penguin?
Okay, so I'm not the only one here.
Penguin.
It is that hat. The hat deceives me a little bit.
Where are we now? We've gotten to Wallace and Gromit Penguin. We should call this podcast, every episode we come up with this, we should call this podcast Sidetracked.
Sidetracked.
That's a
I like
good
that
name,
name. That's a
innit?
good name. Let's change it.
We can't have done the socials
Oh, too late.
because we keep getting sidetracked. So
Yeah.
we went from the call.
Sidetracked sounds so much better than now you tell me.
Take that back. Take that back's a good one. Welcome back to Take That Back. Welcome back to Now You Tell Me. Welcome back to Sidetracked.
We're in episode 3 now.
Yeah, but and the whole concept of that is you're always getting sidetracked.
Which is...
So we've gone from call to penguin/chicken. What was before penguin/chicken?
We're talking about your glove in the shower.
Glove on his head.
Yeah.
That's just thrown up internally. I'm all right.
So does anyone else use a glove in the shower? That's what I need to know because...
It's efficient.
I don't think that's annoying.
It's a scrubber. I use my hands most days, but I feel like you're not really scrubbing out because it's just your skin on skin.
Lovely.
So, yeah, scrubber glove.
Scrubber glove.
You know who got me into them?
Oh, God.
Radio DJ Harps Core.
Harps uses one.
Harps told me, have you ever used a shower glove? She doesn't sound like that. And I said,
I don't
I went,
believe-
what is that? And I took a picture of all the shower gloves, because obviously you buy one off Amazon, you get about 20. Shower gloves of the future.
No, definitely. I use a
Scrub
sponge.
your skin and don't hold. I've got a spare hand and I've got a sponge in there.
It's like when I walk in, it's like, yee-hoo, Michael Jackson. One glove.
Michael Jackson does not yodel. Is that Michael Jackson? Yahoo!
Is it?
Hey everyone, yahoo!
That's what he does. Yee-hoo.
Then he goes, hee hee, ow!
Ow!
Let's not do too much MJ stuff. I don't know where
Okay.
people stand on that. And what should we have known earlier?
Use the sponge.
Now you tell me. I didn't know they were around. No, it can't just be used as a sponge. The glove is a sponge.
It's not though, is it? I tried it.
When? And on which body part? Don't get me started on not sharing boxes again. You can't be sharing a shower glove.
I just wanted to see what it was, see if there was a hype about it first.
You see, you're mocking it and you've tried it yourself.
It was scratchy.
Yeah, that's because you probably
I
used
put
it.
it on my belly like this.
You're telling me you've got nipples on your belly? No.
I was scrubbing it on
It's scratchy hood.
my is it breast? What do you call them?
I don't know what you call them.
But anyway, I scrubbed it on my upper body, and it was itchy and scratchy. It wasn't very comfortable.
Itchy and scratchy. What animals are in that?
Itchy and scratchy.
Yeah, because I know you don't know what I'm on about, which is insane to me and everyone else born in the 90s.
What?
What animals are itchy and scratchy?
Dogs?
Have you seen The Simpsons?
No.
What?
I've watched bits and bobs.
Oh, you always say that. Jack hasn't seen any film like everyone else should
Yes,
have seen.
I have. Just
We watched Titanic first time. Well, we got off the cruise. Shouldn't really watch it.
Titanic was really good, but I won't watch it again. It was very
And
long.
you've never seen, like, I don't know, The Matrix or, I don't know.
No.
But you always say, I've seen bits and bobs.
I grew up in a house of girls. My mum and my sister. That's all there
You
was.
never see bits and bobs of things. Well, Itch and Scratch is the cartoon within The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Says what they watch on the telly.
We should do bits on this podcast about The Simpsons predicting things. They always predict things. What we're talking about now, Itchy. Sidetracked. Itchy and Scratchy.
The gloves. Itchy
The glove
and
is
scratchy.
itchy. That's because you used a fresh one. You've got to, like,
No.
soak it in a bit.
Nah, I don't think it was fresh. Oh, that sounds a bit weird.
So the moral of using a shower glove, and what I now have learned from this is
It's not normal.
This is us really trying to make the podcast title work, is you can use alternatives such as,
Your hands.
or
A sponge.
maybe one of those scrubber things.
Back scrubbers.
That sounds a bit inconvenient. I better use my shower glove. Now you tell me. I'm cutting it off there.
Okay.
Anything else to add?
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
2 shower gloves. I just used
No,
the one.
two's too far. You've got one now.
Because then I can really go to town. Well, now you've talked trash about my shower glove. Shall we talk some trash about some people's queries and qualms, things that you should have known earlier?
Now you tell me.
Right, what are we going to tell them now?
Okay, I know we said we're not a relationship podcast, but
We're
we have
not
got,
a relationship podcast,
but we
guys.
have got a bit of a tricky situation here. I accidentally sent my ex a happy anniversary text, but we broke up last year.
Bit orcs. It's a classic case of don't text your ex.
Yeah. I accidentally texted my ex happy anniversary today, even though we broke up a year ago.
I've gathered that information. What's next?
I didn't realise what I'd done until I saw the message in my outbox. Saying outbox is a bit outdated, isn't it?
It is a bit old dated.
I debated.
That's the big word of the week if everyone missed that.
Okay. I debated deleting it, but thought maybe it's funny and shows we're still cool.
Have they emailed them or text them?
I don't know. This sounds like an email to me. So I left it. Now I'm stuck wondering if I should follow up with a whoops, didn't mean that text, or just leave it and pretend it was intentional.
Oh, it is text.
Should I mention how time flies or just lean into the awkwardness? How do I survive this without total shame?
Have they said how long it's been since they sent it? I mean, long enough to send that.
I don't really know. They've not actually clarified
Long enough
that.
to type up the story. Interesting.
If I accidentally sent that, which I don't know why you would send it. If we broke up, for example, which apparently is never going to happen.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Let's not put it into the universe.
And the next thing you know, you're writing one of those letters of agreement about who owns what. That you keep demanding.
I don't keep demanding it. I don't want to get sidetracked again.
You're like, we better write a letter. We need to get onto your solicitor. We need to write a letter. Who owns what? And if we buy a car together, who's having it?
No, we said we'll sell the car.
I want that letter of constituency, whatever it is. Sounds like a government thing.
This relationship is so much built on trust, isn't it? Or did I say that completely wrong?
I don't know.
Anyway, so they've sent a text, happy anniversary. First of all, why would you do that? I would never text you if we broke up saying happy anniversary.
If we were together, you wouldn't text me happy anniversary because we're together.
I know it means if we broke up, sorry.
No, but even if you were together, you wouldn't send it, would you? Unless you don't live together, maybe.
Some people don't live together.
And I guess you FaceTime, though. Oh, actually, no,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. You would text it and then follow
Yeah.
up with a call when you're next
Yeah.
available.
So they've sent that text.
I must call the banker back. What a banker.
If it was me, I would have deleted that straight away if it was by accident.
But maybe you can't. Maybe it's one of those things. It's gone past the time where you can't unsend delete text for both and all that. You know when you send something like, oh, and you still don't know what your options are, depending if it's WhatsApp or text. Well, I better find out, and it doesn't say edit, it doesn't say delete, it just says delete for you. Do you want to delete it for yourself? Who wants to do that? I want to delete for both people.
I know.
Then it's too late, just like this. So what should they have done? It's already been sent. What's the next move?
I'll let you go first.
Well, knowing me, knowing you. Aha.
Knowing you, knowing me. Is that what you're singing?
I knew when I started singing that you didn't know where I was going. You started laughing. Knowing me. Ha ha ha. Knowing you. Aha. Alan Partridge.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that?
No, I know who Alan Partridge is. I just don't know the situation or the scene that you're trying to describe.
The situation is in jail. No.
Is he?
No, it's a fictional character.
Okay, come on then.
Have I met him and I said to you, that's Steve Coogan?
No.
Maybe it's Jim Carrey.
It's Jim Carrey. Right, come on.
I want to drop some more names.
No, come on, we'll stop dropping
Lady
names.
Gaga. I can't keep saying if we broke up it was you because I know how you take it. So I need to pretend it was someone else.
Yeah.
And no matter who it is, I assume everyone's on the same level as my humour. So I would send some after like, shouldn't have sent that.
Now you tell me.
Now you tell me. Link in bio. I would have sent another text.
Yeah.
But it would be a voice note. And it'll say, happy anniversary. Obviously, this wasn't meant to go to you. But how are you doing? Then it kind of eases it out a bit. That's one option.
My option would be just, if they haven't responded...
Yeah, how long has it been? You could just leave it, but then it's on your mind.
I would just leave it. And then maybe, if you're still friends with some of their friends or anything, you'd be like, just mention it to them.
Yeah, but now you're doing... you're building it. Now you're building something.
Okay, just ignore it.
No, send a voice note.
No.
It will just eliminate, what's the saying? Breaking the ice. It'll just eliminate well, it won't eliminate all the awkwardness, but it'll put you in a stronger position. I love a bit of awkwardness, but you want to be in the strong position of it. So you want to do a voice song on happy anniversary. Yeah, so that wasn't meant to go to you. But you've got it now. Are you still single?
Sounds like you're wanting to go with someone else.
No.
The awkwardness.
Have you signed that DocuSign yet?
It all depends on the time frame of the text.
It does. So let's say you've just sent it. It's just too late. Maybe it's been a minute. What are you doing?
I wouldn't think of doing a voice note. I would just ignore it. But a voice note probably would be better.
Okay, you've left it. You've left it. It's been
a week.
Oh, I wouldn't say alt then. That means they haven't replied.
I would ignore it. They've seen the message.
Okay.
You're going to have to get over that.
So what you should have known earlier, who is this?
It didn't have a name.
What you should have known earlier didn't have a name, is check who you're sending your happy anniversary texts to. Now you tell me. It's the most simplest advice.
Yeah.
Just check who you're sending it to.
I just don't send it in the first place.
Yeah, easy peasy.
But then he might be a joker like you and think, oh,
unless they want to
funny.
get back together in that way, that's quite a nice mistake to have made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if they're single though. Check their Facebooks beforehand.
Yeah, I better write that one down just in case. You never know what the future holds.
Lovely.
But I also write down next to that, Otis, me.
No, I'm taking Otis. You're always travelling.
Otis, food, you. Oh, another text. Oh, sorry, Jack. It's from Disney.
You are proper name dropping today.
I wish they'd just land an email saying, here's some Disney World tickets for 3 weeks, including Universal.
Universal's not Disney, so probably not.
Oh.
Okay, right.
Right, that was a good one. That's an easy start. Have you got anything that really needs our expertise?
Do you want to read this one?
Yes.
Okay, there you go, the top one.
When you're talking on this podcast, do you ever feel happy for your sentence? Why are we doing this?
I think what I'm talking about just doesn't make sense.
Okay, this phone is very clammy.
Hey, don't talk about my clammy hands. I have a problem, and I've researched this.
Oh, don't make me feel bad with you.
And it's something to do with anxiety.
Well, don't make me feel bad now. It's my anxiety. Right, this one I said, subject line, I accidentally spelled my friend's name wrong for 5 years. Why is everything related to spelling and surnames?
Just goes to show our viewers can't smell.
Pigs were trapped in action.
What happens?
What happens?
What did I say?
What happens?
What did I
Why is everything to do with spelling, Jack? It just goes to show none of our viewers can smell. Why can't you smell? You weirdos. One of my best friends, Mikey, can't smell. He was born with the inability to smell.
Okay.
And I've not grown up, but I met him at uni, but like I've been able to describe what smells are to him.
You never told me this.
I've gotten really good at it.
You never told me this at all.
I have, because I remember telling you when we went to Budapest for the stag. And I told you, I described smells to him. So
I don't remember you telling me
if there's like a field of manure, because he can't smell out, so I'm sure I've farted in his face once. Yeah, I have. Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. And a field of manure would be like taking soil and dog muck, mix it together and shoving it in your gums. That's what it'd smell like. And he went, yeah, I am really good at describing smells. Anyway, silly viewers that can't smell or
Sidetracked again.
Sidetracked. Sounds like a Sidemen spin-off.
Yes.
Better than Side Plus, isn't it? Sidetracked. So they should have got sidetracked.
Yeah, sidetracked sounds good. Oh, come on.
Was that a trumpeter? Here we go. Right, spelt your friend's name wrong for 5 years. I have been calling my best friend by the wrong name for 5 years.
I don't know how that happens.
By the way, I'm just going to stop myself there if that's all right.
Why?
We need to get cue cards, don't we?
We do, but we haven't got a logo yet at this point in time.
Oh, yeah. One of my pet hates is people reading off a phone.
We will. That's what I mean. I told you we should have cue cards. I said this.
We will have goo cards.
But you're coming on this journey with us. We're starting off with a phone. Next week we'll have a cue card.
We're evolving and developing viewers that can't smell. People reading off phones, whether it's speeches, weddings, filming, podcasts, videos, presenting. Don't read off your phone. But it's fine in this setting for now. We're just
we're just starting out. We're getting into grips.
And my other pet hate, which I did myself last week.
You're sidetracking again.
Okay, I've been calling my best friend by the wrong name for 5 years.
You've said that. Come on, you need to keep going into the story
I
now.
wonder if it's the first name or the surname. Let's find out together. Every time she introduces herself, I hear her say it correctly. But for some reason, my brain just refuses to catch on. Got one here.
I sent this one in.
Hopefully you're all smelling along. Oh, is this yours? Yeah. Do I come clean now or continue living this lie? What if she's been judging me? What? What's the name? That can't be real.
No. So
if someone's name's Lucy and you've been calling her Lusa, and
or
she's never,
Jack, and you say Jock,
which is exactly the same. There's no way she hasn't corrected you for 5 years. And what's she going around introducing herself if she's your best friend?
Unless she thinks it's like a nice little pet name.
Depends what it is.
You know when people have like little cutesy names for each other, like I call you Joey.
That wasn't meant to be shared. No, I call you Knobhead.
You ain't wrong.
I think for this we'll come up with a name. What can you eat? What can you get wrong slightly, do you think? Let's have a think. Like for me, my name is just Joe. It's not Joseph. It's not short for Joseph. I was birthed out of my mother's exit as Joe. Or entrance.
Whereas I thought when I first met you, you were generally called Joseph, but I didn't ever call you that because everyone called you Joe. I just thought it was a nickname.
I'm not a Joseph.
So
Joseph's fine, but it's not me.
Okay. But this could be the situation here.
Her real name is Jo. She's been called Joseph, which I think is a male name, but we'll let it pass. It's 2025. Do you tell her, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been calling you Joseph for 5 years, silly me? No, don't tell her anything. If she hasn't said out, you carry on saying that name.
Yeah, because if you change it now, she'd be like, oh, that's a bit weird.
And she should have corrected you within this 5 years.
So maybe it is their real name if there's a situation, but they just like their nickname. So you're just calling them by their real name.
She obviously doesn't have a problem with it. So
No.
I don't think you're doing anything wrong.
No. It is a bit weird, though, 5 years down the line, and you still haven't got the name right.
I've known Lee, right, probably.
This is yours. Have you wrote this one in?
No, but it's just reminding me.
Or has Lee wrote it in?
Lee doesn't always my friend Lee doesn't always call me Joseph, but he's called me as a joke for that long that when he says it doesn't click as I need to correct him.
No.
I've no concept of time anymore.
You've known Lee for over 10 years. Because you did your YouTube videos together 10 years ago.
Wow.
So I think in his mind, he'll continue calling you that because you've never corrected it.
Stop it! Maybe that's what's happening here. Interesting play now.
Yeah.
I'd say just carry on. No one said, oh, it's fine. What would you say?
Bit of a tricky one, I'd say. Because
No, it's not. Just carry on.
why would you carry on?
Because she hasn't said, oh.
Why don't you make it as a joke? Like,
Why do you make it into jelly?
yeah, actually, it might sound like you're a really bad friend. Yeah, carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Now you tell me.
No, it doesn't. That's not quite. That doesn't quite work with our title. Maybe we should call it sidetracked. Don't change a thing. Carry on. But when you first found out their name, you really should have found out the correct name. Now you tell me. Again, very simple advice on this podcast.
Yeah, we got to get straight to the point, I think.
Yeah, and guys, you can send in your queries and qualms. It could be anything. You don't even have to have been doing things wrong. It could be things that you also discovered, and you're educating us on things that we should have known as well.
They could be our topics every week.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's hopefully you send them in. Otherwise, we're not getting past episode 4 at this rate.
It's at the end of the podcast.
We are so in our stable positions that we can't. Who decided to have beanbags?
Do you know what? What is the time?
What is the time?
It's 9 minutes overdue when my parcel should have arrived.
Jack's ordered a book and is very excited. We're not strong readers. I haven't read in ages. There's about 3 books piled up because I'm like, well, I'm off to bed. I'm off to sleep.
But this one...
Talk us through the book.
...is The Hunger Games prequel?
I never thought I'd be talking about a book recommendation on our podcast, but look at us now.
I ordered it 3 days ago and it still hasn't arrived.
Is it going to be a thick book?
Yeah, it's got 400 pages.
That sounds like a lot for you.
It's a lot. For me?
No, a lot. I don't know when that came out, sorry.
Anyway, I'm really excited and I was hoping when I finish this podcast, it would have arrived.
A Hunger Games prequel might be quite a big, thick book.
I'm going to give you the name of it just so we got it because I feel like...
This is the one everyone's banging on about.
Yeah, everyone is talking about it. I ordered it. Everyone's got theirs, but I have not.
All right. Bratty pants
A lot of my
here.
friends have already read it.
All right.
And I'm getting a really...
Well, everyone's got time with their hands.
But I've got no one to talk to about it now because everyone would have done it.
I'll read it in a few.
It's called...
I feel like I'm on an episode of the Kardashians.
It's called...
Yeah.
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games novel by Susan Collins.
Thank you very much. You can update us, maybe not spoilers, but you can update us how you're feeling reading your first fictional book.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a reader, but I think I'm going to become one.
Now you tell me. Well,
hopefully by next episode I'll have my book and I can update you on it.
Probably finished it by the time we record again. I feel like these episodes are quite tamed and calm. I feel like we enter this room and we go, oh, it's nice to talk. And then when we leave, the madhouse returns. So I think it's quite nice. It's a different side of us.
It's like couples therapy.
It isn't. But it's a nice side to us, I think.
Something it clears my brain from a screen.
Yes.
As I'm reading off my phone.
Exactly. Something we might not show on our other available platforms. But if you want to listen or watch us on any platforms, you can do on all your streaming, what do they say on podcasts?
Streaming platforms.
And if you want to send us your query or quad, then send us a DM on the
Instagram.
Just message us at Now You Tell Me Pod. Find us there. Okay.
Thank you for listening and watching wherever you may be.
I've done the rest of it. Bye.
Bye.